Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be learning about the Pythagorean Theorem. Our targets are defining the Pythagorean Theorem, defining a right angle, applying the Pythagorean Theorem, and identifying real-life applications. Introduction. The Pythagorean Theorem states that in a right angle triangle, the square of the hypotenuse, which is the line which is the longest, so in that the sum of the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the lengths. So this means that our equation is a square plus b square equals to c square. So a and b are the legs and c, the hypotenuse, is the hypotenuse. So if you don't know what squares and cubes are, please check out my video of squares, cubes and powers So history. The ancient Greek mathematician and philosopher Pythagoras is credited with discovering this relationship in the 6th century BCE due to the prominence of his religious mathematical school in Croton. Croton is in Italy. That said, it was likely independently discovered in several different cultures. There is evidence of its use in Egypt, Babylon, and China as far back as the 20th century BCE. So the 20th century BCE is 4,000 years ago. So visual proofs. The Pythagorean theorem has been proved through hundreds of methods, and new proofs are still being discovered. Here is an example of a visual proof showing the squares of the sides. Notice 9, which is 3 square, plus 16, which is 4 square, equals to 25, which is 5 square. So this proves the Pythagorean theorem. Using the Pythagorean theorem, identify the two legs of the triangle and the hypotenuse. Note their lengths. Determine which side you are trying to find. Substitute your lengths into the Pythagorean theorem equation and solve for the missing value. Using the Pythagorean theorem again, identify the two legs of the triangle and the hypotenuse, and then note their lengths. C. So these are the legs, A and B, and the hypotenuse is C. So using the Pythagorean theorem again, determine which side you are trying to find. So we have to find the hypotenuse here. The first leg A is 8 inches and B is 15 inches. Using the Pythagorean theorem continues. Substitute your lengths into the Pythagorean theorem equation and solve for the missing value. A square plus B square equals to C square. 8 square plus 15 square equals to C square. 64 plus 225 equals to C square. 289 equals to C square. So we don't put square over here, square root, invert the operation. If you don't know, please watch my video on algebra for beginners. So now the square root of 289 is 17. So C equals to 17 inches. Real life applications. Building and architecture. If you don't have the Pythagorean theorem, you can't build or plan your build. Navigation and GPS. Without the Pythagorean theorem, the computer won't know how far you are traveling. Games and sports. So for example, you are playing football. You have to calculate the trajectory of the ball. You don't do it. You are not consciously doing it, but your brain is still doing it, and even when you are unaware of it. Summary. The Pythagorean theorem describes the relationship between the sides of a right triangle. It can be used to find the missing side of a right triangle, which can be applied to solve many real-life problems. Understanding the Pythagorean theorem is a great foundation for learning trigonometry, the distance formula, and more. What other examples can you think of for using the Pythagorean theorem in your life? So this is concluding our video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe as it helps out a lot. Plus, it's free. Thank you.